going on, Juco?
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Retro and so much I've missed you guys. We continued the Romarinho Become a Legend journey, and things were really starting to heat up. Interest in Romarinho was growing across Europe. SC Freiburg were keeping a close eye on him, while Auxerre came in with a new contract offer. So now the big question was simple: do we move to Germany or do we stay in France and keep building? Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Now let me tell you what happened. At this stage of the season, things were looking good. Auxerre were still in the Coupe de France, and in the league we were pushing for a European spot. After thinking it through, we decided to stay. There was momentum here, the team was improving, and it just didn't feel like the right time to leave. Romarinho was also starting to build real chemistry with the attackers. The movement was better, the passes were connecting, and overall the team just felt more confident. Our first match was against Olympique Lyonnais. We went into this one as underdogs, and Lions started strong, controlling possession and trying to break us down. But we stayed disciplined. Defensively, we were solid, and whenever we got the ball, we tried to hit them on the counter. Chances came and went for both sides, but in the end, neither team could find the breakthrough. It finished 0-0. Not the most exciting result, but against a team like Lyon, we'll take that point. But there was no break. Next up was LOSC Lille, away from home, and this one was tough. They pressed hard, the crowd was on our backs, and it felt like we were constantly under pressure. Still, we held our ground. Romarinho worked hard, dropping deep, linking play, trying to make something happen. But again, chances were limited. Another 0-0 draw. Back-to-back draws might not sound great, but considering the opponents, those were two important points. We stayed the 6th on the table, and the dream was still alive. Champions League football was still within reach. It wouldn't be easy, but even a Europa League spot would be massive for us. Just getting into Europe would be a huge step. Then came a big opportunity. We faced AC Le Havre, and this was our chance to close the gap on the top 5. On paper, this was a game we needed to win, and we showed up. From the start, we looked sharp. Passing was clean, movement was on point, and we played with confidence. Then Romarinho stepped up. He picked up the ball just outside the box, took a touch, and curled it beautifully towards the far corner. It hit the bar and went in. What a goal. Easily a goal of the season contender.
Nice control.
That moment changed everything. We took control of the game and never looked back. We won 2-0, and Kiala walked away with man of the match. Huge win. Then it was time for cup action, the Coupe de France, the trophy we really wanted this season. This match wasn't easy at all. In fact, Romarinho struggled to get into the game and was eventually subbed off. Not the best performance from him, but the team got the job done. We won the game and moved into the semifinals. And then we found out who we were facing next: PSG. Yeah, this was going to be tough. But here's the thing, we had already beaten them earlier in the league. So there was belief. If we could do it once, why not again? And to make things even more interesting, we were also set to face them again in the league soon. But before that, we had Toulouse. This was another important match in the race for Europe, but unfortunately, it didn't go our way. We conceded late and lost the game. That one hurt. We dropped to 7th, and Monaco moved up to 5th. Still, no time to feel sorry for ourselves. Next up, OGC Nice sitting in 4th. This was a big one, and it turned into a crazy game. Nice took the lead through a player I like to call the backflip guy. He celebrated like crazy, but honestly, that just made it worse. But Romarinho responded immediately, 1-1. Right before halftime, he stepped up again, this time with a perfect assist to complete the comeback. 2-1. We were in control. Second half, we tried to hold on. Defensively, we were solid, and it looked like we were about to walk away with all 3 points. But then, the backflip guy again. He equalized and made it 2-2. Frustrating. We could have had all 3 points, but at least we took one. Then came the big one. PSG versus Auxerre. The match everyone was waiting for. Could we beat them again? There's only one way to find out. Let's watch this match highlights.
Inconveniencing those who have come to watch, those who have come to play may be encountering conditions which are testing indeed. Resisting pressure, protecting the ball. He's going to be key if the manager is asking his players to get the ball in the defence at that high tempo. He's had a shot! He's scored! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt. And here we are, early stages. He's still good. He looks hungry for more. Saint-Germain breakthrough, nice and early. Auxerre were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Climbs up big! It's a physical challenge. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Romarinho! And a terrific save from the keeper. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Strong running down that left flank. That's a foul in a dangerous area. That's a booking, always looks in. As a gathered round, they are clearly concerned. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Another set play. Auxerre, time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. He's having a shot! Spread out to the left. João Neves. Here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos! Cuts out the pass. Plenty of talking points in that first half, just the one goal, still anybody's game.
Well, for meetings and things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Played into space out wide. Shoots! Shots! Can he stop it going out? Could be danger here! Not offside that time. Important. And that could spell trouble. Lovely bit of skill. A header!
Neves does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Let's have a look and place it forward.
There goes the final whistle.
Well, the players and the coaches have plenty to think about here. Disappointing outing. They collect nothing for.
The way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
PSG edged it 1-0. Tough result, but honestly, we saw something important in that game. We can compete with them. We weren't outplayed, we weren't dominated, we held our own, and if we meet them again in the cup, we're ready. Even if it goes to penalties, we're taking it all the way. That Coupe de France trophy is still the goal. To wrap things up, we faced Angers. Simple mindset. If we can't beat teams like this, then we don't belong in Europe. And we handled business. 2-1 win. Sekou Mara was outstanding and took man of the match. And that's how we close the episode. Things are getting serious now. The league race is tight. The cup is heating up. So if you want to be part of this journey, then you better subscribe, because this is going to be a good one. See you guys next time.